Welcome to the finals of the Palomino tournament. Sorry about the delay. We have one out. DBA against Lithuania national team. DBA, Deutsche Baseball Academy. Swing and a miss. Strike one. As soon as I get the lineups, I'll give you the lineups. But for those Stuttgart fans, the guy on the mound you should know, Moritz van Bergen. Fastball fouled off. Strike number two. No balls, two strikes. And another foul ball over the first base line. No balls, two strikes, one out. Swing and a miss. Oh, yeah. For Morris van Bergen. Strikeout for out number two. Of course, the DBA, the German U19 national team, and the Lithuanian national team facing off in the finals of the 2022 Palomino tournament. That fastball right down the middle, strike number one. Swing and a miss. No balls, two strikes. And a swing and a miss. A quick 1-2-3 inning for the DBA. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first inning. On the mound for the Lithuanian team, Rasius and Audrius. Lineup for the German Baseball Academy. Batting first, Reinhardt, followed by Walter, Horger, Fischer, another old Bekannt from the Stuttgart area, Darian Richards batting at sixth, Moritz van Bergen at seventh, Harrison at eighth, or at seventh, Rosius at eighth, Weinsteiger at ninth. Like to wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day. I was with my mother-in-law this morning. Feliz de las Madres in Holland. Fijne Moederdag in Croatian. Sretan Majintan. That's about all I can do. So the DBA, quick 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. Let's see how they'll fare. The winner, of course, of this tournament gets to go to the United States to play in the World Tournament I would have to say the favorite in this game has to be the German Baseball Academy, of course, the German national team. Some of those players for you Bundesliga fans, very familiar. Oh, Reinhardt playing left field today for the DBA. Batting average so far in the tournament 333. Shows a bunt, takes a strike. Strike number one. That pitch high and outside, 1-1 to count. Unfortunately for the Lithuanian team, some of their players had to go back because of school. Low ball number two. So if you look in the Lithuanian dugout, there's nobody in there except for one of the mothers. 2-1 to count. And ball chopped. Gets past the shortstop and the third baseman. An infield single for Reinhardt. And that brings up catcher Yannick Walter. Yannick, of course, from the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. His batting average so far in the tournament a whopping 714. And a pickoff. Keep the runner close. And pitch high and outside for ball number one. Runner goes, throw down, off, and goes into center field. But center fielder paying attention. Keeps Reinhardt at second base. Two balls on the batter. And a ground ball foul off the umpire. Marco Federico at third base. That pitch high, 3-1 to count. And a line drive right at the left fielder. Caught for out number one. Brings up another Heidenheim Heideköpfe Luca Horger. His batting average so far 571. A lot of offense for the DBA. Starting lineup lowest batting average is 333. Runners going. That pitch in there for a strike. No throw down to third base. That pitch high. 1-1 to count. On the outside corner, evens the count. Or excuse me, count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out with 1 runner at third base. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Out number 2 brings up number 21. Mr. Fisher doesn't have a batting average as of yet. And he takes that pitch low for ball number 1. And a ground ball hit foul down the third base line. For those of you not too familiar with baseball, that's why the base runner at third base stays in foul territory. Because if he's in fair territory, gets hit by the ball, then he's automatically out. That off speed pitch in there. Strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And foul ball out of play. Count stays at 1-2. And a high fly ball, deep but foul. Another foul ball. Giving us his best Bee Gees impression. Staying alive. And a call. Strike 3. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on, 1 inning complete. Lithuania 0, DBA 0. Lineup behind pitcher Mortz van Bergen. Catcher is Walther at first base. Is Fisher at second base. Is Rosius. Shortstop is Richards. Third base Harrison. Left center right Reinhardt. Horger and Weinsteiger. Moritz van Bergen will be facing Sukis Rasius Mikutia. Foul ball. That fastball in there for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 1. That brings up the pitcher, Asius. He takes that pitch inside for ball number 1. Fastball low. No ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3. Quickly 3-0 count. Fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Another fastball on the low part of the strike zone. Hot cheese at the knees for strike number 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. Count stays at 3-2. And a weak hit ball right to the first baseman. Fielded and out for out number 2. Brings up second baseman Mikuta. Pitch low for ball number 1. There's ball number 2. No 2 balls, no strikes. Foul ball straight back for strike number 1. And another weakly hit ground ball short the second base to first base. A quick 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll be right back with the second half of the inning number 2. Lineup for Lithuania. Pitching is Rasios. Catching Paulikavicius. At first base, Straviniskus. Sorry if I mispronounce these names. Second base, Makuta. And at shortstop, Mikuta. So I'm assuming they're brothers. Third base, Yanu Duskas. Again, my apologies. Sukaris, Sukas, and Sabiku in the outfield. A little bit of a delay. Umpire in the dugout. Batter Darian Richards. No balls, two strikes. And in there, strike number one. Two balls, one strike. And a ground ball, shortstop, step and throw. Just a little bit high. Nice stretch by the first baseman to corral that ball in the scorebook. 6-3, one out. That brings up Moritz van Bergen. He takes the first pitch in there for strike number one. And base hit over the third baseman. First hit of the ball game belongs to a Stuttgarter. Morris van Bergen safe at first. Brings up Patrick Harrison. That pitch just a little outside, ball one. And foul ball out of play. 1-1 to count. And step off, look back. One ball, one strike, one out. Up high, ball number two. Runner goes and the ball fouled out of play. Runner goes back. One ball, two strikes. Swing and a miss. Strikeout on the high pitch for out number two. Of course, most of the players on the DBA are used to the Bundesliga. If you'll notice, most of them are hitting with wooden bats, which is a sign of the Bundesliga, and not used to the little bit slower pitching from the Lithuanian pitcher. Two outs. And a ground ball right to the first baseman. Pitcher covering first. Gets there in time for out number three. No runs on, one hit, no errors. 2 innings complete. Score remains 0-0. Batting for Lithuania, top of the third inning, Stravinskus. He takes that pitch outside for ball number one. Stravinskas batting, followed by Sebika and Janutskas. That pitch in there for strike number one. Swing and a miss. No balls, or 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number three, or out number one. 4 strikeouts so far in 2+ innings for Moritz van Bergen. Oh, for Lithuania, the road to the finals started off. That pitch low and inside. Ball number two. And a ground ball. Second base, step and throw to one for out number two. Brings up Janutskas. High fastball, strike number one. And a ground ball. Jumps up on the shortstop and off his chest Oh, let's see how the official score scores that. Again, road to the finals for Lithuania. Netherlands Baseball United 12 to 5. Poland national team 22 to 0. North State Warriors 9 to 2. Winning all those games and then having to go into extra innings last night to beat the Stuttgart Reds in the 8th inning. And a base hit over to first baseman. Oh, two runners on. Two outs, and Avidas Sukarus up to bat. Again, last night, beating the Stuttgart Reds in the 8th inning, 12 to 11 to advance to today's finals. And a line drive right to the third baseman ends the threat. No runs on, one hit, one error. Two left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the third inning. Batting for DBA, Simon Weinsteiger, followed by Bjorn Reinhardt, Yannick Walter, 0 to 0, still the score. That pitch on the inside corner for strike number one. Off speed pitch outside, 1 and 1 to count. DBA's road to the finals. Start off facing the hometown Stuttgart Reds, winning that game 10 to 4. That pitch on the outside corner called strike number two. Before beating the Croatian national team 11-1, the Future Stars 7-3, and then in the semifinals, Netherlands baseball, that ball popped up shallow outfield, called for, caught by the left fielder for out number one. Brings up leadoff man Bjorn Reinhardt, beating Netherlands Baseball United in the half finals 15 to 0. Of course, this game over 7 innings. Fastball low for ball number one. That's in there for strike number one. Bjorn Reinhardt led off the game with a single, was able to get all the way to third base on 2 stolen bases, was stranded there, batting average in this tournament 429. And he bunts down the third base line and beats it out. A little bit of a bumble by the pitcher, but safe at first. Oh, leadoff man, number 2 batter in this inning, safe and up to bat. Yannick Walter flew out to left field in his first at bat. And he takes that pitch inside for a ball. Runner goes, no swing, throw in time. Caught stealing for the second out of the inning. Throw from the catcher, one Hobson. Nice stop by the shortstop to make the tag for out number 2. Two balls, no strikes on the batter, Yannick Walter. And that gets past the catcher, low and outside, ball number 3. And that pitch misses outside for a walk. Yannick Walter gets first base, free pass. And that brings up Tim Fisher. Strikeout victim his first at bat. Excuse me, Luca Horger up to bat. But also a strikeout victim in his first at bat. And that ball in the hole between second and short. Base hit. Runners in first and second for Tim Fisher. And a spin move, checking the runner, Yannick Walter at second. Pitch low and away, ball number 1. And another base hit in the hole between third and short, and a bobble out in left field. No contested throw. DBA scores their first run of the game. RBI base hit from Tim Fisher. Scores Yannick Walter. Luca Horger able to advance to third base. So runners on the corners and up to bat Darian Richards. That pitch low and outside, ball number 1. We have 2 outs and runners at the corners. And a pickoff to third base. Luca Horger paying attention. And just outside, ball number 2. And a high fly ball. And does it have enough? A 3-run home run for Darian Richards. All of Darian's family here today standing and applauding for him. That 3-run home run makes the score 4-0 for the DBA. Up to bat, pitcher Moritz van Bergen. And that off-speed pitch catches the inside corner for strike number 1. Another off-speed pitch fouled off quickly, 0-2 the count. And that pitch just a little inside. Hope Moritz didn't hurt the ball. Base on balls, keeps the inning going, brings up Patrick Harrison. I guess pitcher doesn't like that ball. Must have got dented when it hit Moritz. So, no count, 2 outs. Moritz van Bergen at first base. Patrick Harrison up to bat. That pitch hit high and just a little bit foul. Otherwise, that would have been the second home run for the DBA this weekend. Or this evening, in today's game. And ground ball, that one goes foul. Count no balls, 2 strikes. And way outside, gets past the catcher, Moritz van Bergen, easily to second base on the wild pitch. Now on a base hit, Moritz can score. It's kind of tough to score on a base hit from first base. And line drive up the middle. And exactly what I said. Easy to score from second base. RBI single for Patrick Harrison. Brings up Nicholas Rosius. ridiculous 429 batting average for the tournament. And he takes that in there for strike number one. That pitch inside, 1-1 to count. And a pickoff, no chance. Low ball number two. Earlier game today for third place, the North State Warrior or Nederland Baseball United able to beat the Stuttgart Reds. That ball fouled off down the third base line, 2-2 the count. Netherlands Baseball United able to beat the Stuttgart Reds in 7 innings. Final score 8-5. Congratulations to both teams for making the third place game. That pitch missed for a full count. Full count, 2 outs. Means the runner at first base will be taking off with the pitch. And that's why the first baseman's not holding him on. And that pitch way inside for ball number 4. Brings up the guy who started this inning off, Simon Weinsteiger. Flew out into left field for the first out of the inning. And that pitch low and away, ball number 1. And of course, when the team bats around, the first base coach who collects up all the gloves and arm protectors and shin protectors, you can see his hands were full. And of course, somebody had to go get all that stuff because the team's gone all the way through the lineup once in this inning. That pitch misses outside. Ball 3. On the inside corner, strike number 1. Also in the Palomino tournament, pitchers are only allowed to throw a certain amount of pitches per day or per every 3 days, and then they have to have days of rest. So, of course, Lithuania with a depleted team whatsoever, and then having to go into extra innings yesterday against the Reds. Let's see what they have for the further part of this game. In pitching, that ball grounded right past the runner at first, going to second. Throw down to home. Not able to be controlled by the catcher, who can't find the ball. So a run scores for DBA, and on the throw home, runners advancing to second and third. Pitch in the dirt, gets past the catcher. Another run scores for the DBA. And that pitch outside, new batter in for the DBA is Jacob Bolt. And he hits one past the third baseman. Run number 8 in this inning for the DBA. And up to bat for the second time in this inning, Jakob Walter. Yannick Walter, excuse me. And he takes that pitch low for ball number 1. Ball 2. Ground ball foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. And a high fly ball, right field. And caught by the right fielder to end the inning. 8 runs on 7 hits. 1 error. 1 left on 3 innings in the books. DBA Deutschland Baseball Academy 8. Lithuanian national team 0. High and outside to Domas Palovicius. Leading off the inning, he'll be followed by Sukas and Rasius. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Foul ball, count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's that bowling bond return. Of course, the stadium not yet finished, which means anything that hits the lower part of the backstop, which is concrete, comes right back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up high, 2-2 the count. Curveball in there. Call strike 3 looking. Out number 1. That brings up Aridus Soikius. A little bit of question on the count, which it was a strikeout. Just ask Moritz, he'll tell you. He'd like to throw a strikeout with 1 pitch. That'd be kind of hard to do unless the guy, looks like Katarina. Oh, 1 out. That was just a little bit high. Ball 1. Fastball right down the middle. 1-1 to count. Inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. If you want to catch some pictures of the game, make sure you log into the Stuttgart website. Call. Strikeout. Oh, yeah. Strikeout for the second out of the inning. Brings up Adrius Rasius. Photos of the tournament available at Stuttgart-Reds.tv or Stuttgart-Reds.de. Iris Drobny, world's best photographer, swing and a miss. World famous photographer. Will be posting and already has posted a bunch of photos. Check them out. Curveball misses low, missed by Muka Sekele. 1-1 to count. That pitch low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Three and one. That fastball in there for strike number 2. And a foul ball. Count stays full. And a walk issued to Rasius. He gets to go to first base. Brings up Dominikas Mikuta. Again, to all the Lithuanian folks watching, my apologies for butchering the names. I hope you know who I'm talking about when I say or try to say their name. That pitch up high for ball number 1. Strike number 1, 1-1 the count. So the pictures can be seen at palomino.stuttgart-reds.de. Iris Drobny, the world's best photographer. That ball in the dirt. One ball, two strikes. The world's best photographer posting on a daily basis, and I'm sure tomorrow or the next day there'll be pictures of the finals and the game for third place. That one up high, 2-2 the count. And that, like an old Linda Ronstadt song, that pitch blew by you for strikeout number three of the inning. No runs on, no hits, no errors, one left on, four, three and a half complete. DBA 8 and Lithuania 0. Bottom of the fourth inning, number 16. I'm assuming he came in for Luca Horger's batting as soon as I found out who that is. I'll let you know. That ball in the dirt for ball number one. Oh, number 16 is Luca Horger. I guess I need another beer or two. One ball, no strikes, no outs. Ball two. And 3-0 to count. Taking all the way on the 3-0 count, Luca takes that fastball. Top part of the strike zone, strike number one, 3-1 to count. And low for ball number four, leadoff man gets on first on a walk. Brings up Tim Fisher, 1 for 2 with a single. Run scored and RBI. pitch low, no throw down, stolen base, safe at second. That pitch in there for strike number one. 1-1 to count. Foul ball out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And checking the runner, keeping him fairly close to the base. And ball in the dirt. 2-2 to count. And a high fly ball in center field. Long run for the center fielder. Not able to get a hold of the ball. Of course, Luca Horger having to wait to see if the ball's caught. A stand-up double for Tim Fisher. And that brings up shortstop Darian Richard with a see you later 3-run shot, his last at bat. 1 for 2, a home run, 3 RBIs. That pitch high for ball number one. And a ground ball up the middle, past the second baseman. 2 more RBIs for Darian. Score now 10-0 for the DBA. No outs. Up to bat, Moritz van Bergen. And runner goes. Pitch gets past the catcher, and runner keeps going. Safe at third on the outside, head first slide from Darian Richards. Mr. Wheels going all the way from first to third. Stolen base to second, and a wild pitch to third. Puts himself real close to scoring the 11th run for the DBA. Swing and a miss. Mighty Casey swinging for the fence. Got to hit the ball, though. Foul ball, strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch high. Evens the count at 2. And that ball popped up out of play. Count stays at 2-2. 2-2 the count. No outs. Darian Richards at third. Moritz Van Bergen at the plate. And that pitch misses away. Count is full. And high. Ball number 4. Ball comes right back to the catcher. No chance for Darian Richards to take home on the wild pitch. Runners at the corners. No outs up to bat. Patrick Harrison. Patrick strikes out in the second inning. Base hit in the third inning. He takes that pitch on the low outside corner of the plate for strike number 1. And a line drive. Nice diving catch by the second baseman. Runner's not able to advance. Out number 1. That brings up second baseman Nicholas Rosias. Ground out and a walk. We got a pinch hitter. Henry Hittner grounds out. Grounds foul. And ground ball foul. Strike number 2. Henry, of course, another like Darian Richards, another ex-Stuttgart player. And that ball popped up in foul territory, able to be caught by the first baseman. So after 4 batters reached, the next 2 batters are out. 2 outs. Runners at first and third, and another new player. Of course, DBA emptying their bench. That pitch low, ball number 1. And a high fly ball straight away center field. No problem for the center fielder. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. Score after 4 complete innings. The Deutsche Baseball Academy 10, Lithuania national team 0. New pitcher for the DBA, Jacob Schach. Swing and a miss. Strike number one. Andres Stravinskus batting. And of course, DBA, the German national team. So pitcher and catcher got to get on the same page to make sure the catcher knows what the pitcher's throwing. Line for Moritz Van Bergen. No runs, one hit. Of course, it means he has no ERA. He's now at first base. A low 1-1 to count. That's low ball number two. Outside, 3-1. On the outside corner, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that pitch low, a walk leads off the top of the fifth inning. Jonas Sabika up to bat. Jonas grounded out his first at bat. And that pitch misses low, ball one. Low, ball two. And Yoka probably thought the ball wasn't round enough, so he wants a new ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first base, no outs. We're in the top of the fifth inning. DBA 10, Lithuanian national team 0. And a ground ball, shortstop, throw to first base. In time, no chance to get the runner at second. Runner at second base, 1 out and up to bat. Kajus Janutskas. Fastball on the inside corner, strike number one. And a ground ball to the second baseman. Step and throw. Easy out at first. Andrew Stravinskus able to advance to third base. First time that Lithuania's got a runner at second, much less now at third. And brings up leadoff man Elijah Smikuta, the only one to have a hit. against the DBA today. He takes that pitch inside for ball number one. So he can get that second hit. Good chance to score a run, but 5-3 on the score sheet. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on. And after 4.5/5 complete innings, if one team is leading the other one by 10 runs, it's called a mercy rule, which means that's the ball game, folks. Congratulations to the German Baseball Academy for winning the tournament and qualifying to go to the U.S. sometime at the end of the summer. We'll be rooting for you guys. My name is Ken Hudson, the voice of Reds TV. Sitting next to me, the master of disaster, Yara Drobny. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast for the whole entire tournament. Sorry I couldn't be here sooner. For those Stuttgart baseball fans, Saturday, 1 o'clock, Stuttgart Reds against the Mainz Athletics. I wish you a nice time, and for all the players that are not from this area, safe travels home. And have a good Sunday. Happy Mother's Day! Feliz de la Dia de las Madres. Fin Muttertag. Sertan Machintan. Bye-bye.